If you want to test a friendship, talk about politics. Talk about what your favorite political party is. Talk about what you think about the current president. If you want to test a friendship, talk politics. And I know that's a horrible idea. It's a really, really bad idea, because when people talk politics, they get fired up. They get entrenched in whatever their political opinion happens to be. And even if everyone in your conversation circle thinks exactly the same way that you do when it comes to politics, you still get fired up about that other side that isn't there. And man, those times when you square off against someone else who thinks completely differently than you do, this unproductive, unloving debate happens. And friendships can be lost, and friendships have been lost. So why talk about politics then? Well, this week we're going to dive into patience, how to have patience in this sin-saturated world. And man, when it comes to politics, we need patience, more patience, growing patience. Because when there is red versus blue, and there is Democrat and Republican and Libertarian and Independent, and the list goes on from there, there's a divide. And anytime there's a divide, you need more patience. I heard a sermon recently on this subject matter, and it was excellent, really well done. The pastor had 3 main points, and I want to share those with you because they really help me, because I get pretty fired up when it comes to talking politics. And his encouragement, and now my encouragement to you as well, is this. When it comes to politics, to have patience, listen, learn, and love. Now, listen. The best thing you can do when it comes to politics is listen. Listen to the other side. Sit down and have a coffee with someone who thinks completely different from you, and ask them what. What are the policies they stand for? What is the plan to have those policies come into play? What is it going to cost? What's the time frame? What does a win look like? And now, remember, you're listening. You're not debating. You're not counterpointing them. You're just understanding their what. And when you do that for someone, when you show them that incredible respect of just getting to know them, oftentimes, not always, but oftentimes they'll then ask you your what, and you can talk about what you feel with politics. Listen. And you're not done listening until you can explain their position just as well as they do, or even better. Until you get to that point, continue to listen. Next, learn. Learn them. Learn their why. Remember, the first one was learn the what. Now you're learning the why. There is a reason why they have such a strong political stance of the programs that they want to see happen. So understand their why. Get to know them. Because you have a why. There's a reason why you are so firm in the beliefs that you have in politics. So understand that other person's why. Show them that respect. Show them that honor. And so often they'll ask you why you feel what you feel. And then you have an actual talk, not a debate, and not anger. And then finally, love. It is possible. It really actually is possible to show love to someone who thinks about politics completely differently than you do. My wife and I have got a couple of really close friends from our former church. And let me tell you, they think completely different from us on the political spectrum. But we've learned their what. We've learned their why. We've educated ourselves and learned things. We've learned about them. And so I have greater patience with them and with anybody else because of doing just that. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 gives this list of what love truly is. All these attributes, the way you see love in action. Do you remember what the first one was? It's this. Love is patient. So if you want patience when it comes to politics, just remember those three things: to listen, learn, and love. And when you do, it'll grow your patience, change your understanding, and give you a lot more peace. What was the most productive talk that you ever had with someone else who thought so differently than you about politics? Would you be able to encourage other people? Because we need a win on that. and to share that story, your story, in the comments below. And I hope the message today gives you peace, gives you comfort when it comes to politics.
Hey friends, you may or may not know that Time of Grace Ministries is 100% donor supported. You know what that means? We wouldn't be here without you. It means that there are a lot of souls out there that wouldn't be hearing the Word of God from our ministry. And without you, thank you. Please continue to support the ministry. There are more souls that need the encouragement that you put us in a position to give. You can do that by clicking on the link.